We're looking scary. We're looking real scary out there.
John Solazzo. See you later. Was about 40 feet up the light post.
Buenos dias. What is that? Good morning? Everyone's staying away from me this morning. I can't see right now. It's sweat. Think about being bald. You got sweat dripping, no hair to soak it up. I need one of those Roger Federer Nike or Boba Fett's headbands. So I went to that Cirque du Soleil thing there yesterday. It was good, man. All right, that's it for today for the Mic'd Up guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully get a big win for the boys today. Always a pleasure. We're Mr. Thomas West. He's the boss, runs the social media game.
Oh, we got to go mic'd up with John Solazzo again this year. That was a lot of fun. And welcome to Leafs Weekly, episode 3 of the 2024 season. We're inching closer and closer to opening day in the Intercounty Baseball League. That's going to happen in Toronto at Christie Pitts, May 12th, as the Maple Leafs and the London Majors, as it's always been for the last couple of years. That's going to kick off the Intercounty Baseball League season at the Pits. As you may have noticed, we're going to be talking to John Solazzo a little bit later on in the show, and what a year it was for John Solazzo last season. We thought that for a good amount of time, he had a legitimate shot at winning the Triple Crown, and he came close by the end of the season. Matched his total in RBIs from last year with 47 on the season and a career high with 14 home runs. And I think there might just be a chance that John Solazzo puts up career high numbers in the Intercounty Baseball League this year. I know he's been doing it since way back in 2010, playing with Mississauga. But I think this might be John Solazzo's year. He's got a little bit of a different routine in his life. We'll ask him about that when he joins the show. And I think it's going to be good for John Solazzo, living a little bit more normalcy in his life. And that'll be John Solazzo in the Intercounty Baseball League this season, and he has officially signed once again with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's take a look at some of the highlights that we saw from John Solazzo last season, and then we'll bring in the conductor himself on the other side. Warming up a couple minutes ago, so he won't be ready yet. John Solazzo, high and deep, and it is way out of here. They were, I forget what it was, but it was like, oh, John Solazzo, see you later. Was about 40 feet up the light post.
That's the sportsmanship you really like. As Solazzo hammers it to deep center field. Leader going for a run, and he's going to watch that one go.
This week, and his thoughts is this one's hammered deep to right field, and it's way out of here. All right, gonna bring in John Solazzo now from the Toronto Maple Leafs. John, we were waiting on you to sign with the team. We were wondering about that third base spot being open. Tell me about signing with the Maple Leafs and just being back with the team again.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a tough off season. You know, I've been dealing with a lot of personal, mental stuff, and I wasn't sure if I even wanted to play anymore. But what brought me back was the good group of guys that all signed up, and they're not just baseball guys. They are definitely family friends. They reached out when I needed someone to talk to, and they were there. And shout out to those guys. And just been talking about what we want to do, the players that are coming back, and I was just excited to get back on the field. And this is something I love to do. And I kind of lost that for a little bit, but the passion and the heart's back, and I'm ready for a 2024 season.
John, I know that your routine in past years, being a conductor, has been absolutely wild, right? You were working nights, and then you had to leave sometimes in the 7th inning to go to your job, and there was a lot of sleepless nights. I'm hearing it's a new job this year, and maybe the routine is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, so a new chapter in my life. Started that via rail. Still in the train world, so I'm still doing the same type of work and stuff like that. But closer to home, better opportunities for me. So, I'm just in the Mimico yard there, 10 minutes from home and 15 minutes to the pits now. And basically the same type of job. And the good thing is I'm on days. I can actually see the sun, get sleep. You won't be seeing me run through, seventh inning trying to race the work afterwards. So it's definitely a better opportunity and totally excited for it so far.
I'm just thinking about this, John. I mean, not sleeping at night and, a lot of the times coming to the ballpark on like 2 hours sleep because you're in the gym and then you came to the ballpark. That must be something that kind of takes a toll on your body. Did you ever, come to games and kind of feel like, oh, I'm, just exhausted doing this routine?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of games during the season, especially in the middle of the season. But you're all amped up and you're running around trying to get ready for work, packing your lunch, trying to squeeze in a workout and then going to baseball. It definitely catches up to you and it definitely takes a toll. But now being on day shift, I feel like I'm normal, so I'll be able to sleep more and get up early, go to the gym and, do the same kind of routine as I used to do, just normal life.
Yeah, we're gonna get John Solazzo with more than 2 hours sleep, so we're excited to see what
Yeah.
that ends up. I know that.
Wait till you get 7 hours of sleep in me. It's gonna be a different man.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at right there, John.
Yeah.
I know it was a tough way to end last season. You guys lose to the Well and Jackfish, and I know that the entire team is back together. And I'm almost wondering if the entire team's back together because they think there's a little bit more potential still left in this group of guys. Are you getting that feeling? Is that part of the reason why you wanted to come back as well?
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell on paper and stats, the core and the team, we can still bang. We can still put up numbers. We can still battle these younger guys now. I guess we're basically the old guys, the old timers in the league, and we're definitely excited to get back on the field. We got a lot of, like I said, core players back, sprinkle in a couple of new players here and there that I think is going to balance us out. And definitely excited for it. We've been talking about it at practice. It's going to be a special year. It's going to be new ownership, new uniforms. So we're going to look good on the field, and we're definitely going to be playing good. So it's going to be a special one.
Yeah, you like the way those new uniforms are looking?
I already got a couple pair of cleats on order. It's going to look fresh. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, good. Because I know your cleat game was really good last
Oh,
year.
always, man. Every year I got to have the best cleats in the league. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. So you mentioned there's a couple new guys, a couple guys that weren't on the team last year that have signed with Toronto Maple Leafs this year. I want to get your perspective on some of these guys. Maybe we'll start out with Marcus Connect. I know he's a huge bat. You guys are probably going to be batting quite close to each other in the batting order. What can you tell Leaf fans about Marcus Connect who didn't see him last year?
We missed him. It was a huge at bat that we needed. Having him in the lineup is going to be a game changer. And I think a lot of people in the league are going to be scared to pitch to him. When he's there, he's going to be smashing them out of the park. And another thing too, like we all grew up with him, like we all played baseball together when we were young and we all played on teams together. So to have him back, definitely special. He actually texted me last night saying he's like, Solazzo, get ready, man. We're getting that ring this year. So he's on board. He's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, huge addition to the lineup and a big bat in the outfield as well. I want to ask you about a pitcher as well. I know Angel Castro is coming back to the team as well. When I saw him signed, I was very excited because I can see the smile on your face already. He's a character, isn't he?
Let's just say that once he signed with the team, he called me and he was on a video chat there on this elliptical machine. This is his thing. Always on the elliptical machine. He's like, Solly, we're back, baby.
Yeah, you remember him running up and down the hill last year too?
Oh yeah, yeah. Pants up high, no shirt, running up and down the hill. Yeah, he's getting ready for it. He said he's on board. I mean, obviously the language barrier is a little tough sometimes to understand, but he's ready to go. And that's another big horse to have on the mound for us.
Yeah, sometimes he's not even saying words out there. I know, like he comes to every game, whether he's pitching or not, he's shouting from the dugout. I'm just thinking, like, if you put yourself in the shoes of an opposing team, that must be brutal to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, there when he was playing with us in 2022, I mean, there's a lot of teams that were getting angry, and obviously that's just the style of baseball they played back in the Dominican. maybe it doesn't mix well with our culture, but hey, it's doing this job. It's getting underneath the other's team's skin, and it's working for us. So I'll take it all day.
Yeah, Leafs fans love it. I know this guy was on the team last year, but I want to ask you about him too, Jose Vinicio. I just can't stop watching the video of you guys having that great choo-choo handshake out there on the outfield when you were mic'd up. What can you say about Vinny being back with the team?
Vinny's a brother. Vinny is a guy that, is not just ball player. We communicate throughout the year, and, he always checks up on me. I always check up on him. And he's probably one of the best, if the best defender in the league, hands down. The guy makes highlight reels left to right, diving all over the field. He gets on base, he's stealing a base, maybe stealing two, and then just that one single, we score him in, right? So Vinicius is a huge guy to have, and I hope to have him for the next few years that we're all still playing.
Before I asked you this question, I probably should have talked to you about this before we started, but do you know the new dimensions of Dominico Field? Have you seen the wall out there?
I mean, I've heard some rumors, and I've seen some pictures. I just don't understand why they had to do it on right field. Like, this just made me have to dip the shoulder even more and skyrocket it over. I mean, I'm up for the challenge. But I don't know. Are the rumors true? I mean, are they going to do the whole park, or they're just going to be doing right field?
They're true. The wall's big out there. It's a green monster. It's not any further back, but it's a lot taller. I mean, what about hitting the ball to opposite field? What about that?
I mean, I hit a few opposite field, but I guess I just have to work middle way more often during batting practice. I guess my laser home runs are going to be hard singles now. So
Yeah. Yeah, because that wall's not too far out there. You got to be gunning out of the box. Hey, John, we're really excited to have you on the team once again this year. And good luck for the rest of the season. And thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Thomas. I appreciate it and everything that you do. And excited for the year, man. Thank you.
All right, so that's John Solazzo, third baseman for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Big thanks to him for hopping on Leafs Weekly. You heard us talking about Marcus Connect there as well. And if you're a Maple Leafs fan last year, you didn't see Marcus Connect. But if you've been with the Toronto Maple Leafs watching this team for a while, you've seen him play. He's got tremendous power. He's an excellent hitter. He's not just a power hitter. In fact, we saw some kind of phenomenal numbers from him between the regular season and the playoffs last year. In the regular season, he only had 35 at-bats, just hit the one home run, came in the playoffs in 56 at-bats, 13 games. Remember, this is a Maple Leafs team that went all the way to the finals against the London Majors. He hit 6 home runs in the 13 games and hit 446 in the playoffs for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So that's the last we saw about Marcus Connect. And some have asked that haven't seen Marcus Connect, well, how good of a hitter is he actually? Well, he hit a home run off of Davey Mendez as part of a 3 home run game that he had 3 seasons, I guess, ago. So that's the kind of potential he can hit that flat Davey Mendez fastball, kind of like what we saw from Jordan Castaldo as well. He is going to be a massive addition to the outfield and a massive addition to the bats of the Toronto Maple Leafs lineup. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to sign off here from Leafs Weekly. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.